Hello, this is N News 22, back with another video. This is a breaking news. The Ukrainian forces are been tit for tat in the eastern part of Ukraine. They've been shelling back and forth in the eastern part. Russia have told the United States as well as the UK that the Ukrainian government forces have broken the treaty that they had put together for eastern Ukraine about 8 years ago. Even though that they have been fighting back and forth, tit for tat a little bit, but it hadn't been major. Now, this looked like it's starting to be a major conflict. So now they're back fighting again, and this time Russia has a message that he sent the United States. He just sent the letter today, and he's looking for a 24-hour response. Now, the letter says that if they don't meet his demands for his security concerns, that he is going to do a technical strike on the United States as well as the West. This seems very likely because the United States as well as the UK and the UN said that they will not bend to Russia's demands on security. And see, the security was he wanted to make assurances that they don't allow Ukraine to come under NATO umbrella. See, why is that so hard for the West to not allow this small country to come under the umbrella for NATO? Obviously, NATO do have a plan to put them under the NATO umbrella so they can deliver missiles right on the border of Russia. I keep saying this. People, you have to understand, we are back in a Cuban Missile Crisis. And this time, Russia is not playing any games. He have drawn the red line. And now he just sent a letter to Biden today. He's given Biden 24 to 48 hours to respond to his demands. And if they do not respond the way he wants them to, he said that he is going to do a technical strike. See, Russia has been waiting until their subs get close to the shores of the United States. I know this, I feel it. Russia needed time for their nuclear submarines to get near the borders of the United States, close enough so they can fire off the hypersonic missiles that they have, the new ones that can go so fast and hit us so hard that it'll be hard for us to get a comeback on. Those ships, those nuclear subs are in place. I knew this was happening. Not only their subs, I can guarantee you that China also sent subs toward the borders of the United States. They just needed a little time because, see, China is not upset about this Olympics because they didn't want it in the first place. But they had to go along with it because they did put a lot of money into it. But the Olympics is not a big focus of China. The West is. China has threatened the West over Taiwan. And Biden turned around and gave Taiwan a bunch of weapons that China told them not to do. Okay? So China is hopping mad right now. So China is sending submarines right along with Russia to U.S. shores. And don't think that Hawaii won't be hit. Hawaii is a part of the United States, and they can easily send subs over there to Hawaii. We are in serious danger of world war. This is no joke, folks. Everybody's partying, everybody's having a good time. Nobody wants to pay attention to what's really happening. The lights is going to be out very soon if nobody wakes up and start telling the presidents around the world that we don't need this war that they're trying to commit. You know, because if they didn't want war, all they have to do is say, hey, yeah, we're going to sign this. We're not going to put Ukraine under our umbrella. It's not that serious. We don't need to go through all of this. You know what I mean? And we'll leave them there. But we'll just give them a little help if they need some help, and we won't put them under the umbrella. What's so hard about that? I mean, really, what's so hard about that? What's in Ukraine that they really want? Why couldn't they sign something like that to avoid a nuclear war? But see, they taking it as Russia's making such a serious demand on them, and it don't make any sense to not be able to put them under the umbrella if they want to come under the umbrella. That's crazy. Russia needs the buffer zone to make sure that the United States and the West, UK, don't put missiles on their borders. That's all he wants. But see, it seems like they don't want to give that to him. So therefore, they are bringing war onto us. Okay? This is because Ukraine is not that serious to go to world war over. But obviously, the United States and the West feel that it is. Because, see, they know that their economies are destroyed and there is no way that they can fix it again. So they figure since their economy is destroyed, so now they can just, you know what? They're losing the grip of power on its people because people are starting to wake up to understand that we are in shambles. It's not hard to see here in the United States because, see, all of our cities, our large cities, they are in shambles. It's crime everywhere. People can't hardly come out of their homes. It is so bad in the large cities. Children are getting shot. People are getting carjacked. Stores are being robbed. It is crazy. Old men and old women are being robbed on the streets at gunpoint. It's really crazy here in the large cities. And it's going into the smaller cities as well. The smallest towns, the outskirts, the ones who used to have all of the mansions all out in the mountains, crime is reaching their areas now. This is how bad it have gotten, and there's no way that they can fix it because it is the economic disparity between the poor and the rich the gap is so wide. It's just unbelievable now. Everybody is poor and there's only a handful of people that are rich. And the poor are being thrown out in the streets. So the homeless in these cities is exploding. It is homeless everywhere. They are out on the main streets in good neighborhoods, in good downtown areas, in good, well-developed areas. The homeless are on the street corners in the good, well-developed areas now. This is how bad the homeless have gotten in these large cities. And these mayors can't do anything about it. They pretend that they can't do anything about it, but they can find millions and billions of dollars for their pet projects. But they can't find millions and billions of dollars for the homeless that's being created because there is such an economic despair in our country. This is the problem. Now they want to start a world war to make things even worse. Family, let me say this. If you don't stack up food right now, get dried food, get plenty of water, it's going to get ugly, family. There will be no supplies coming our way. China is not going to send us no supplies. And all the supplies that they got sitting out there in those containers, you can pretty much bet that that's going to be took out. It'll never reach our shores. Family, it's going to get ugly. The lights is going to be cut out. They're going to start the cyber attack. They're going to hit our grids. They're going to cut the social media out, all of these social media sites. Those are the first ones to go. They can be hacked real easily. They get hacked all the time. If Russia start hacking all of these sites, they going down. It's going to be a blackout, fam. You guys got to really pay attention. And if you got families and stuff like that, just even for yourself, start stacking up on dry food, whatever you got. If you got any money, don't worry about buying a bunch of junk. You're going to need some food to eat. You're going to need water to drink. And you need to get a lot of candles, flashlights, and everything and get prepared because it's finna get ugly. I'm going to stop right there and I get more and more news and I find out about it. And then I'll definitely post another video, okay? Peace for now.